Friends, friends, we all know that this is the field of possibilities, right? So, when you know that, knowingly, you will have your choices of what to manifest out of it, right? So, I have a choice that I do mantras like Jesus, 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 right? So, why do we do this repetitive chanting about the names Yaki Naam Jap? Koi, whatever name you're going to repeat in your mind, the qualities of that name will start, your system will start imbibing those qualities, right? Because that name has got its own beauty, its own qualities, and when you start chanting that name repeatedly, those qualities will become part of you. So, if we think of Jesus, what does it immediately remind you? It reminds you Jesus is joy, Jesus is peace, Jesus is love. It's that peace which surpasses all understanding. Jesus is knowing yourself, know thyself. Jesus is community, talking to community every Sunday, not resting on Sunday even, right? Although giving relaxation to people but himself working. So it's, you know, message of eternity flowing through it. And if you can think of forgiveness, what other name can you think of except Jesus? If you think of sacrifice, the highest sacrifice, right? And if you think of discipline, dedication, walking, and making your houses on the rocks and not on the sand, where are these commands coming from? They're all emerging out of Jesus, right? And once you know that when you do Nam Jap, you are going to imbibe those qualities in this field of possibilities. Everybody has a choice, so I take my own choices. We have worked a lot on other things, and this year, basically, I started working on the, the miracles of chanting and chanting. The name itself will tell you the compassion, care also. And so all those, what if all those qualities they become part of this system? In the field of possibilities, you have all the possibilities of these vibrations. And when they become part of you, when you start chanting repeatedly, continuously, every day in the morning and every night, in whatever form, so ईश्वर के नाम से जब दिन खुलता है, the name starts with the Lord's name and day ends with the Lord's name. Obviously, you can't forget the qualities also. Therefore, this year, whether I say Ram or I say Jesus, Ram, 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 Ram. So, whether it's Jesus or it's Ram, ईश्वर तेरे कितने नाम, सारे नाम एक ही तरफ आपको लेके जाएंगे, यूनिटी, इंटीग्रेशन एंड लव की तरफ, विच इज़ द अल्टीमेट आउट ऑफ दिस सिस्टम, राइट? सो it's your choice what you wish to exhale. But needless to say, if you inhale what you really wish to exhale, then you will selectively have your choices कि मैं आज के दिन में ये चीज़ के ऊपर फोकस रखूँगा. And not that you will not be doing, you will be doing everything else, But when you do everything else and you remember this as your ground, this as your base, then everything else will have the fragrance of what you inhaled in the morning. So it's Jesus, 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 Jesus. And may God give you that kind of strength that you will never leave that which is essential for us to promote in humanity as highest potential, because the potential is already given to you. But to take out the highest, whatever technique you adopt, it is up to you. We have already tried many other techniques and we were quite successful in coming up to this level, that today we can say that we changed a lot. And further, with the chanting, we try and imbibe those qualities every day in the system so that system knows what it is made up of. Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. Stay tuned, happy, healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.